Teachers TV is an educational channel that's available when you're ready to watch, both on TV and online. There are a wide range of programmes in short, sharp packages, which can make your life easier. But how can you make the most of Teachers TV? This programme shows how some of your colleagues working as key intermediaries in the CPD area are using the service.
I'm Eunice Evans. I'm a Governor Support Officer with the Governor's team at Hull City Council. I'm also Chair of Governors at a local secondary school in Hull.
Good morning.
So item 17 on the agenda, Governor Training and Support. We need to consider the training needs of the governing body. Particularly thinking about the governing body, what needs have we got? An area that we think we haven't had training on recently, there's a current issue. I want some ideas from you. I've been using Teachers TV for about 3 or 4 years now. I can access a whole range of issues in real case scenarios, real people, expert advice, governors talking things through in the way that I know governors do, and it comes up with really good solutions, and I find it an absolute tool that I'll never be without.
As governors, how about getting some sort of training action plan together and linking it in with Teach TV? If we've got some training needs, look at the 15-minute slot, and we pull off what we need.
Yes.
And obviously then we can discuss it a little bit further and how relevant it is to us. And would it be possible during our visioning day to maybe have half an hour at the beginning, interactive whiteboard, and actually look at the website altogether?
That would be an excellent idea. Teachers TV website means you can access that anytime, take what you want from it. And one of the things I've recently accessed has been Building Schools for the Future, as Hull City Council are presently undergoing a £400 million Building Schools for the Future project, in which I'm very involved. So to be able to have extra information in that way, a very accessible way, is ideal. Children and Young People Services Governors team. Hello, Mrs. Smith, how can I help you? Right, okay, let me just go into the system and I can tell you exactly when your meeting is. Quite often I would receive a phone call maybe from school or another governor, can I give them any help with this? And I know I can go online, access Teachers TV, see if they've covered that subject and give an answer to the governor who's in need, or to support my own learning and understanding of issues, to give me greater confidence to deal with what can sometimes be some very tricky situations. The governor's team, part of Hull City Council, produced a termly newsletter called In Touch, sent out to all governors across the city, and we've run a couple of articles on Teachers TV, and it's amazing how many governors say, well actually I was on Teachers TV and I saw an excellent programme and can I recommend it to you? For me that's the best ringing endorsement of Teachers TV. They've done it independently, they've seen it, but they want to tell other people about it as well.
I'm Karen Jones, Assistant Head Teacher at Ilkley Grammar School, in charge of CPD and leading learning. But as a CPD coordinator, I've increasingly used Teachers TV more and more in the sessions that we run in school. We run a programme of pathways, and I find the variety that I'm given through Teachers TV really useful in helping programme CPD sessions. And I will liaise with the trainers in advance of the sessions they put on and suggest clips that they can use.
What I intend to do is to run through the PowerPoint as we did last year, but I've adapted it using the Teachers TV clips. I just think it makes it a little bit more objective and it's easier to talk about the behaviour management, simply with someone that you don't know.
As programmes, they're very well made and they have good advice given, which I think is really good because it backs up the advice that we're giving as senior leaders in the school. It's great to have someone else to say the sorts of messages that we convey as well.
Hello everybody, I'm Andy Calvert, an assistant head teacher at the school. I'm responsible for positive behaviour here and discipline at the school. What I'm going to try and do is use some Teachers TV clips to show you some scenarios, get you to do some work and have a look at those scenarios, and then we'll discuss what you've actually found out. Using video clips from Teachers TV just helps to personalise behaviour management really, and just makes it a little bit more human and easier to speak about.
Paris, Danielle's trying to explain to you what to do because she was here on time, which I'm really pleased with. So can you listen to Danielle, please? Yeah.
So, do you want to feed back on the girl talk?
Oh yeah, the teacher, she just sort of stayed away and shouted from afar and said, get on with your work. She didn't go ahead and sort of clarify what they're supposed to be doing.
It's not particularly hard to find the sorts of video clips that you might need. They're all easily searched on via the website, and then you can just drop them into presentation and change them however you want to, and edit them if you need to engage discussion and so on.
It saves me a lot of time. It's very, very important to be able to target for specific purposes as well. We have a whole range of sessions that we run. So how are you getting on with general meeting your targets?
I think I'm doing quite well with sort of looking around the school and getting to know the school quite well. But the work life, there's a lot of planning to do, and I'm still finding it quite difficult.
We need to look at our programme really. We've got quite a lot of work about life balance ones in the pathways section here.
Right.
The other thing you can do is to look on the Teachers TV website, because the essential guide's really, really useful and focused for NQT and ITT students.
Right,
I think that's really one to look at too. But I think that's I really recommend looking at that.
All right, okay.
I think it's a very useful resource really, because it is live and it is real schools. I think some of the things, even though there's a camera crew in there, the students still behave themselves as they would normally do, and I think that's very valuable for other people to see.
I'm Helen Belbin, I'm head teacher of Dallas Road Community Primary School in Lancaster. Another part of my role is that I work as a local authority advisor and school improvement partner to 9 schools locally. One of the things I'm doing at the moment is writing an email to a colleague with a hyperlink to a particular programme on Teachers TV that I think he would find useful. I find this a really quick and easy way of communicating with schools. You do tend to get quite a lot of emails, unsurprisingly, in a day, and often they do refer to, have you got any information about, could you point me in the direction of? I think colleagues are so busy, the more expedient the method of communication and the more simply they can access what you want them to have, the better. You can also download and save particular examples of programmes on a pen drive. So I've finished saving that, so I will take it out, and that's it.
I've got some friends on the computer, and we're going to watch them. Can you remember? We saw them the other week. We saw the number crew on the ship. Well, they've got some measuring problems.
Hannah's come to join our Year 2 team from another school where she made quite extensive use of Teachers TV within a classroom setting. Now, that's something I'd not seen done before, and we're very interested in exploring that and how it can be used with the children to raise standards, how it motivates them, what the quality of the materials are.
Are you ready for this? Oh, Bradley, it's big.
What was the problem, Alicia?
Too big.
To start with, some of the carts were too big, some of the carts were too small, and the poor animals, they didn't fit inside them, did they? So they decided to measure. I was searching for a resource, I think, just looking for something, and I came across Teachers TV, and I'd not realised that they streamed things like Number Crew and other resources like that, so it was really useful. What did they use to measure with?
Banana.
They used bananas to measure with, didn't they? The children absolutely love it. It's such a fantastic stimulus for the children, because it is a bit boring listening to the teacher all the time.
It can be very expensive to send people on courses. So where Teachers TV sits with that is, clearly there's an expense issue, it's cheap, it means that you can train a lot of people on common issues very quickly, but I also like the succinct nature of it. Sometimes we can go on courses that last all day, and that can be exactly what you need, but for other aspects of training, probably looking at up to 30 minutes of something as a basis for discussion can be very, very helpful. So that for me is a key way of using Teachers TV, is a way of taking it beyond yourself in order to reflect back in.